The Lagos Police Command says a 39-year-old man is suspected to have killed his girlfriend and then committed suicide. The lady, Olamide Ali, and her boyfriend, Chris Ndukwe, were found dead in the man's residence in Ilason area on Sunday. Police Public Relations Officer Bala Elkana says the woman was found lying in the pool of blood with deep cuts on her head, while the man's mouth was foaming with a whitish substance. It is alleged that the man stabbed the woman to death with a kitchen knife and thereafter drank some poisonous substance, suspected to be sniper insecticide. 2 blood-stained kitchen knives, 2 empty bottles of the poisonous substances, 3 empty cans of Red Bull energy drink, and a plier were recovered from the scene. And gender advocate Tessy Biobaku joins us on the news for more on the rising wave of domestic violence. Good to have you join us, Tessy Biobaku. Now, I'm very sure you would have heard about this situation, the horrific situation yesterday when it came out. What do you think played out here? A lot of people have pointed their fingers to domestic violence, but what did you think played out here?
Well, I think part of what definitely must have played out is domestic violence. And the fact that when I read through this particular incident, they've been on and off for 7 years, and they said they were separated for about 2 years, and they just came back together, and they are meant to have their wedding coming up in August. Now, a lot of factors. If you look at this scenario, guy is 39 years, and she 25. Obviously must have met her at 17, 18, while he was between the age of 31, 32. Now, that a girl child that is about 17, 18 years is still caught up with, trying to get matured and all that. And you can imagine Mr. Chris is already 31, 32, he's more matured. Some men at this age, I'm not saying generally, but to an extent, some men at this age, much older than the girl child, feel, okay, this is a girl I can easily control or something. And at that age of Olamide, she's just still coming up. And all of a sudden, at 23, 24, I'm sure she must have come to realize herself that, look, I might be better off, without this guy. And of course, things will happen. Sometimes some men don't want to let go. It could be that psychologically he felt, look, after all these years, and knowing fully well that this girl too has really moved on, for her to have set up an academy, a Pearl Academy that I heard that she set up, that means she was already moving on her own. She's become that confident, lady. And sometimes
but Tessy, allow me butt in, Tessy. The fact that she even went back in itself, if there was history of domestic violence or even history of violence here, the fact that she went back, some people would say, look, she shouldn't have even done that. But why do women feel like they can't speak up? Because sometimes these things go on for years, months upon months before it becomes a tragedy. So why do women think that they can't speak up?
I think now they are understanding they can speak up to an extent, and at least from what we read, she's not even staying with him. But she has 2 kids for him. Naturally comes naturally for you to say, okay, I want to still build that, relationship with my children's father. But then, what she could have done, even if the man does not do it, is for her to have gone for therapy, to understand, now with the situation on ground, COVID-19 has really expose a lot of things with regards to domestic violence, because you're caught up with a situation where people never conceptualize. People are caught up with anxiety, they're caught up with fear, and then people that naturally they're supposed to speak with, they're caught up with not having that opportunity. That's why, for institutions like the church, like the mosque, it's not just about looking at, people go there and they take money, or maybe in terms of money. No, psychologically, most time people go to church probably to talk to 1 or 2 people, maybe their pastors, which they have that trust in, to say, okay, this is what I'm going through. So there is need now to have a lot of psychotherapy thing in place. People must come to embrace therapy because it's so important, especially with the situation with regards to domestic violence.
Absolutely,
that
absolutely,
has to go with marriage. You know, and we must have this support
Absolutely,
structure.
Tessy, I'm afraid we do have to leave it there. And we hope that more women speak up. Tessy Biobaku, gender advocate, thanks for talking to us.